Welcome to the session on Animal Diversity Coordinator 2, the classification of class Aves. And we have already seen that class Aves, it is divided into subclasses Archaeornithus and Neornithus, that is the ancient birds and the modern birds. And Neornithus subclass, it is divided into 4 superorders, Paleognathae, Odontognathae, Impennae, and Neognathae. Okay, those 4 superorders based upon classification proposed by Storer and Singer in 1957. Okay, superorder Odontognathae, the name comes from odonto. Sorry, odonto means teeth and gnathae means jaw. So here, Odontognathae means teeth present on jaws, and these the superorder Odontognathae, it includes the extinct birds from the Upper Cretaceous period, and they all have teeth present on the jaws, which was advantageous for catching fishes. And as per Edinger, here they had like avian type of brain rather than reptilian. As against Archaeornithus, they had a little more avian characters with respect to the brain structure. Now, superorder Impennae. Um, As per Storer and Singer, Impennae has been erected as a superorder, but Sharp, they had kept it as order Spheniciformis under superorder Neognathae. Okay, so two kinds of classification has been found, and as per the syllabus, this order Spheniciformis or order Impennae has been put under superorder Neognathae. Okay, so we will be learning, or you will be learning it under superorder Neognathae as order Spheniciformis. Okay, but Storer and Singer puts it as a superorder Impennae, and it includes the penguins. Okay. Now we'll learn the superorder Neognathae, the characters. They include the modern birds, and they have new jaw. That is that is a word meaning Neognathae without any teeth, and uh, they are small usually. Flying birds include the flying birds. Then Carinae, carina means keel. So these groups do have the keel sternum, very essential for the flying habit. Okay, they all include the modern small-sized flying birds. Wings are well developed with feathers covering the provided on the wings. That is a remiges, and these feathers are provided with interlocking mechanism, which is an adaptation for flight. Okay, rectresses, that is the tail feathers, are present and arranged regularly, as against the what you call the Rettitae, which we have already learned. We saw that they don't have any. The rectresses, it is absent or highly reduced. Okay, and these here they have rectresses arranged very regularly and they are present. And I hope you remember the rectresses, the long tail feathers of the peacock. Okay, now terrile, they are regular. Terrile means the patches on the body along which the feathers are arranged. So feathers are not uniformly distributed. So here, but the terrile are regular, as against irregular terrile on Rettitae, they have terrile regular. Oil glands and oil gland is present. Oil gland or the preen gland, it produces secretions which are used for uh, like lubricating feather and beak. Okay. Then regarding the structures with respect to the skeletal system, skull is neognathous, that is vomer is short, allowing palatines to meet, and skull sutures disappear very early, as against Rettitae, where the skull sutures were very obvious and clear. Then quadrate is double-headed. Quadrate is a bone in the skull. Sternum, it is with well-developed keel. It is a flight adaptation, obviously, because it is the keel sternum which provides a structure or platform where the flight muscles are attached to. And hence what happens is it has to be very strong. Okay, so the keel sternum, it is a flight adaptation mechanism. Uncinate processes present. Uncinate processes are structures found on the ribs, and it is present in the case of neognathae. Further, in the skeletal system, you can see the pygostyle well developed. Scapula and coracoid meet at a right angle, never at an angle higher than the right angle. Clavicles are always well developed, and usually clavicles and interclavicle it is fused to form the V-shaped furcula. Okay, ilium and ischium are united posteriorly. Pectoral muscles are very large and well developed, which actually supports the wings and helps in flying. Other structures, other characters include male without any copulatory organ, young are altricious, that is, they are born without feathers and eyes are completely closed, and then parental care is required during the early period, and then it develops all the characters. So that is altricious. Okay, against precocial, as in the case of Rectresses. Then it is distributed all over the world. Neognathae, as such, if we see, it is distributed all over the world. Superorder Neognathae. Okay, distribution, it is all over the world. Now, these are the different orders which you are supposed to learn. It is not complete, obviously. As per the classification, it is not complete, but this is what is mentioned in the syllabus. Okay, it includes different orders. You can see Galliformes. Each one will be looking into in detail. Galliformes, Anseriformes, Passeriformes, Pisiformes, Coraziformes, Apodiformes, Strigiformes, Cuculiformes, Psittaciformes, Gruiformes, Charadriformes, Columbiformes, Falconiformes, Siconiformes, Pelicaniformes, and here we have the Spheniciformes. Okay, which was earlier in some other classification system, it was actually superorder Impanni, but here, as per the syllabus, it is included under superorder Neognathae, so we'll be learning it in this way. And then we have the Phoenicopteriformes. Okay, so the first one is, it is order Galliformes. Order Galliformes, Gallus, it actually includes the pheasants, quails, turkeys, grouse, peacocks, the normal what do you call fowl, that is, we have the hen, chick, etc., isn't it? So all these are coming under Galliformes. They include the terrestrial game birds with short and powerful flight. Then beak is short, feathers with after shaft. That is, they have down feathers. That is it. We'll be learning it in detail when we study this type species. The feet usually massive, adapted for scratching and running, and they are graminivorous. Graminivorous in the sense they feed on grain. Okay, and it includes the game birds, then the fowl, the jungle fowl or the normal fowl, that is a gallus. Okay, Pavocrustatus, the peacock, which is given as an example, you are supposed to study under order Galliformes. Then peasants, Phasianus, etc. Okay, so Pavocrustatus and the normal fowl, the chick, it is Gallus. Okay, these are the common examples under order Galliformes. Right. Then we have the order Anseriformes. Anseriformes, you can see it includes the screamers and water fowls, and these are suit or adapted for what you call have aquatic adaptations. And answer, the word means goose, and they all have beak or bill which is very broad. You can see typical of waterfowls, that is the covered with soft cornified epidermis. Then margins of beak contain many transverse horny ridges. Tongue is fleshy. Legs are short and feet are webbed, suited for like swimming in water. Then tail is usually short, consisting of many feathers. It includes aquatic birds such as ducks, geese, swans, etc. Anas poecilorinca, it is actually the duck, and Answer indica, it is a bar-headed goose. Uh, Swan, it is Sinus, Cyggnus. Okay, so this one, Poecilorinca, the Anas poecilorinca specifically, it do have yellow tipped beak. Okay, and this is one visits Kerala as well. Okay, now then next we have is the Passeriformes, and Passeriformes includes again the what you call graminivorous perching birds, and they have you can see they are very common, and usually the very common species which is included in this, it is the uh, sparrow. Okay, this is a house sparrow. It is Passer domesticus, and they have taws, three in front and one behind, and it is this particular adaptation of the feet is meant for perching, that is holding on to some branches or such kind of a habitat, adapted for perching. Beaks are adapted for cutting, and very common Passer domesticus, that is a house sparrow, which you are supposed to learn. And then the common crow, okay, the house crow, Corvus splendens. Then Indian jungle crow with complete jet black color, that is Corvus macrorhynchus. Then we have the common myna, Indian robin, golden oriole, black drongo, the weaver bird, the flycatchers, the bulbuls, the magpie, then larks, finches, wagtails, all these very common birds comes under the passeriformes. Okay, and Passer domesticus is the example which you are supposed to learn in a little detail. The next one we have is the order Pisiformes, and the Pisiformes includes the woodpeckers, barbets, and honey guides. Obviously, you may be familiar with woodpeckers and barbets. The Dinopium, specifically, it is you can see this is the woodpecker which you are supposed to learn, Dinopium, and the they have tail feathers which are stiff with pointed tip, and beaks stout and powerful. You can see the beaks are very stout and powerful, with which it hits onto the wood and all. The tongue is protrusible, very peculiar habit. It is in feature. It is a tongue. It is protrusible, and it is roughened or with barbs at the tip. Okay, spiny structures on the tip, and it makes, why does it actually like beats its head on the what you call tree trunk? Actually, what is it doing is it is searching for the food. Okay, so it usually makes small crevices or cracks on the trunk, and the larvae or insects sitting on the trunk, it is being fed. Okay, so for picking up the this one, what do you call, the food or the caterpillars or the larva or the insect on the tree trunk, they use this tongue. Okay, protrusible tongue. Then regarding the adaptation to hold on to the trunk in this way, actually it need to have two toes in front and two or one behind, and it is not reversible. Okay, so this kind of a what you call feet adaptation, it actually helps it to uh, like hold on to the trunk and sit vertically on the tree trunk. Okay, here you can see it do have a the tip of the beak is pushed backward and downward, very strong beaks, then spongy tissue here around the skull. It helps in the shock absorption, and the muscle pushes the back of the jaw forward, the upper beak shifts upward, absorbing the impact of the hit. Okay, so that is what the woodpecker is about. This is Dinopium, flame-headed woodpecker. You can see the flame, isn't it? This is a male and this is a female here, and typical ones. Okay, diamond-backed, flame-headed woodpecker here. Okay, you can see very typical black marks along the eye length. Now, next one is the Coraziformes. It includes the kingfishers, and you can see the example is Alcido atthis, and this is the small blue kingfisher. The kingfishers are of different forms, types. We have very common ones. It is the stalk-billed kingfisher. Very large ones here we found is the stalk-billed kingfisher with a yellow beak, larger ones. Okay, and this is the smallest one here. That is the Alcido, or the small blue kingfisher. And yeah, so they do have what you call very peculiar habit of diving into water and taking, like picking up the fishes deep inside. So they have a very uh, fast movement. They show very fast movement, and they have very strong beak. You can see here the beaks are very strong, even though the bird is small. The beak is very strong and large. Third and the fourth toes, they are fused at the base, and only the claw portion is separated. It includes kingfisher, mainly the kingfishers, and also the hornbills, hoopoe. Okay, ഉപ്പൂപ്പൻ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന hoopoe also comes under Coraziformes. Okay, the hornbills, kingfishers, as well as the hoopoe comes under Coraziformes, and here we have the small blue kingfisher, Alcido apis. Okay, you have usually the blue kingfishers do have blue color somewhere in their body, but there is a kingfisher which is the pied kingfisher, the Cereal rudis. It is white and black in nature, and it is otherwise known as the riverine kingfisher because they are usually found associated with the river ecosystem. Okay, then we have the Apodiformes, which include hummingbirds. Actually,